Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're doing well. I have a very interesting video for you guys today, and I have a very unique opportunity to compare three different Birkin sizes. And they're very colorful as you can see. So today I'll be talking about Birkin, mostly comparison between Birkin 30 versus 35 and Birkin 40. So if you're like me, and you love vintage bags or you love Hermes or designer handbags, this video might be for you. So probably similar to a lot of you, when you're looking into buying any bags, really, any, especially designer handbags, or if you start to look to learn about Hermes Birkin bags, you're wondering what is the right size for you. And right now, the trend is obviously for smaller bags. So generally speaking, Birkin 25 has the highest kind of market value or most desired at this moment. But the classic Birkin is actually this one here, Birkin 35. So this beautiful Birkin 35 in Togo leather in blue jean color. I think my phone always picks up the color a lot more than the bag itself. It's actually very true blue jean. So it's kind of muted, a little bit of a muted blue, I would say. It's not this bright on the camera. Same with my natural style, but it's definitely not this yellow in real life. But regardless, so this is actually a Birkin 35 that I'm just showing you guys for this video particularly. This is the classic size. Now, the 35 is quite large. I feel like for most of the girls, so I am, for reference, 5'3", 5'2", 5'3", I can't, 160 centimeters. And the 35 is quite large. I've had a few 35s that in my possession in the last year. And, every time I try on, I love it at first, especially the price point that these bags are at right now. It's such a bargain to get them. But, I just couldn't, in the end, I still find it a little too large for my body frame. So anyways, this is the 35, and in the end, I end up purchasing the 30, as you guys know. So this one is kind of what I have currently in my collection. And recently, I actually came across a size 40. So this is a size 40 in beautiful Togo leather in the gold color on gold hardware as well. And definitely, to me, it cannot be used as a daily bag. I would say if ever I do purchase a 40, it would be for like travel purpose only or something. And it's quite large. So I'll show you guys. Let's start with a few quick mock shots. And then I'll do like side-by-side comparison. So let's start with the 40. So you can see easily that this is way too large for my body frame. It's definitely more of like almost like a weekend bag or travel bag. It is still very beautiful. It's stunning in the color that it's in, and the hardware, it's in beautiful condition. But definitely I wouldn't be able to carry this as a daily bag. I would say it's too large. It's funny though, because at one point when I was younger, I loved huge bag, and I used to carry a bag about this size that's a leather kind of tote bag. But that was a long time ago, and I think right now it just wouldn't work. Another obviously key fact is, a huge leather bag like this in Togo leather is extremely heavy. So, it's really, if you do intend to use this as your daily bag or work bag, then you put your computer in it, but you're really carrying it from car to office or something. If you plan to walk with this bag with things inside for hours, then it's probably not a good idea, because it can only be held top handle. So you really can't give you a chance to get a break from just using arm strength. So it's not like you can try to alleviate some of the pressure to your body with a strap or anything like that. So it's all in your hand or on your arms. Here is the 40, and I'll do like comparison between the two. And like I said, this is initially the classic size 35, and if you follow my channel, you would already know I have quite a few 35 in my collection. And I actually also want to do a more elaborate video on compared in the Togo leather with Clemens leather. I could do that Actually, I could do a quick comparison now, and maybe I'll do a more in-depth one on the other in another video. Because even though I've been kind of studying handbags and studying Hermes bags for some time, I've actually only recently come across these Togo bags, and I now really understand why there's such a hype with Togo leather. It's such a defined, structured, beautiful leather. If you can touch the leather directly with your hand, it's actually becoming very easy to tell what is the texture, but like what type of leather it is. But if you only see it from a photo, it's actually quite difficult to differentiate. But I will tell you guys more about that later on. So now a quick mock shot with the 35. I think 35 could work. It comes down a lot to your personal preference as well. Like some people just really like big bags, and some people like smaller bags. So it doesn't always have to do with your height or your weight. It sometimes just becomes your personal style, like what is your preference. Like I generally don't dress like I am now. I'm more casual. I like things oversized. So I actually do think for the longest time, I find the 35 could work. But, you know, in the end, I decided not to do the 35 simply because it was just, not just that it was too big, but it was like very heavy again when you have items in your bag. So let's do side by side with the 30 and the 35. So this is the front view. You guys can see it is significantly different. Like 40 is quite a bit larger. It is technically only 5 centimeters longer, but it's huge. Like that's a big difference because not only is longer, it's actually also fatter on the side. So the width too is also bigger. So that's how you know. And then, and interesting enough, the hardware is the same, right? So really, not sure if this is a good view of the bottom, but here it is. In terms of like the strength, the handle, they're actually not that different in terms of like the handle drop, but that has to do a lot with how much the bag's been used. I think brand new, if you look at brand new bags, I don't think the space where you can put your arm in is that different between 35 and 40. Okay, so now on my body, I think this is how you can tell the difference of the two bags. How like 35 is really kind of workable. You could actually go out with it, but the 40 is really people gonna think if you're going travel or something. There you go. And I would say, yeah, like maybe if you have a really big computer, then you might like the 40 might fit things easier, but 35 is quite spacious. Like I feel like it could carry most of your things. You know, even if you want to use this bag as a weekend bag or a travel bag, I think it's very workable. The way that Birkin is designed, you could kind of easily use it as a tote bag, so it's quite expendable. Like you could actually shove a lot inside if you don't mind stuffing your bag with things. So I do think in, you know, capacity wise, you know, it is quite different, but I don't know if that's what the deciding factor is. I do think the 40 is a quite popular size for a lot of guys, which makes sense. But also some of the girls can really want a large tote bag for either work or for weekend or for travel purpose. So this could work really well. Okay, now let's do a side-by-side between the 30 and the 35, which I think is probably a larger kind of more people asking the difference between the two. Again, I'll do just the bag itself, but I've done this quite a few times. You can also check out my other videos where I've done mugshots of the 30. Definitely a good size for myself. I think the 25 would be too small. It will feel like a mini bag, right? So this is more proportional, and I think it still looks very good as a tote bag. Again, I just think it's the right size for me personally. And now side by side comparison. Again, you can see it pretty clearly when it's on the body, like the difference. So again, I think depends on your aesthetics, depending on your style, both bag could work easily. I think I mainly gave up on it just because like it was too heavy to carry stuff with inside. I'm not strong enough. But you know, if you look at the price on the market and the choices, the availability on secondhand market, the 35 is a no-brainer to go to. Like, look how beautiful the condition of this bag is. So like if you are on a budget but want a Birkin bag, this could be a very, very good first choice for you. So I think that's it. There you go for you guys who are interested to know about the different sizes. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Instagram, and I'm happy to talk to you guys about that. All right, talk to you later. Bye.